Scene 3. A room. Enter Laertes and Ophelia his sister. My necessaries are embarked, farewell, and sister as the winds give benefit, and convoy is assistant to not sleep. But let me hear from you. Do you doubt that? For Hamlet, and the trifling of his favour, hold it a fashion and a toy in blood. A violent in the yard of primy nature, forward not permanent, sweet not lasting, the perfume and suppliance of a minute. No more. No more, but so. Think it no more. For nature crescent does not grow alone into and bulk, but as this temple waxes, the inward service of the mind and soul grows wide widow. Perhaps his loves you know. And now no soil nor cattle doth besmirch the virtue of his will, but you must fear. His greatness waned. His will is not his own, for he himself is subject to his boss. He may not, as unvalued persons do, care for himself, for on his choice depends the safety and health of this whole state, and therefore must his choice be circumscribed unto the voice and yielding of that body, whereof he is the head. Then, if he say he loves you, it fits your wisdom so far to believe it, as he in his particular act and place may give him same deed, which is no further than the main voice of Denmark goes widow. Then weigh what loss your honor may sustain, if it too credent ere you list his songs, or lose your heart or your chaste treasure open to his unmastered importantly. Feared it, Ophelia, feared it, my dear sister, and keep you in the rear of your affection, out of the shot and danger of desire. The cherished maid in prodigal enough, if to unmask her beauty to the moon. Virtue itself escapes, not calumnious strokes. The canker galls the inflect of the spring, too ovid before their buttons be disclosed, and in the morn and liquid dew of youth, contagious blessedments and almost imminent. Be wavy then, best safety lies in fear. Youth to itself rebels, draw none else near. Ophelia, I shall the effect of this good lesson keep as watchman to my heart, but good my brother, do not as some ungracious pastors do. Show me the steep and thorny way to heaven, whilst like a puffed and reckless libertine, himself the primrose path of dalliance treads, and recks not his own reed. Enter Polonius. Oh, fail me not. I stay too long, but here my father comes. A double blessing is a double grace. Occasion smiles upon a second leaves. Polonius, yet here Laertes, abroad for shame. The wind sits in the shoulder of your sail, and you all stayed for. There my blessing with thee, and this few precepts in the memory. Look through characters, gifted those no tongue, nor any unproportioned though his act, be though familiar but by no means vulgar, those friends those hast, and their adoption tried, grapple them onto the soul with hopes of steel. But do not do the palm with entertainment of each new hatchet unflashed courage, beware of entrance to a cruel but being it. Bear stunned, opposed may beware of this. Give every man thine ear, but few the voice. Take each man's censure, but reserve the judgment. Costly the habit as the purse can buy, but not expressed in fancy, rich, not gaudy. For the apparel oft proclaims the man, and they in France of the best rank and station are of most select and generous shaft in that neither a Browner nor a Landerby forlorn outlosses both itself and friend, and borrowing dullard edge of husbandry, this above all, to thine own self be true, and it must follow, as they might the day. Thou canst not then be false to any man. Farewell, my blessing seasons this in thee. Laertes, most humbly do I take my leave, my lord. The time invites you. Go your servant tends. Farewell, Ophelia, and remember well what I have said to you. This is my memory locked, and you yourself shall keep the key of it. Farewell. Exit Laertes. Was it, Ophelia, he had said to you? So please you something touched the Lord Hamlet. Well battled. This told me he had very oft of late given private time to you, and you yourself have of your audience been most free and bounteous. If it be so as so this put on me, and that in way of caution I must tell you, you do not understand yourself so clearly as it behooves my daughter and your honor. What is between you? Give me of the truth. He had, my lord, of late made many tenders of his affections to me. Affections? Pooh. You speak like green girl, unsieved in such perilous circumstance. Do you believe his tenders as you call them? I do not know, my lord, what I should think. Mary, I will teach you. Think yourself a baby, that you have 10 these tenders for true pay. We shall not stalling. Tender yourself more daily, or not to crack the wind of the poor praise. Tendering it does you tender me a fool. My lord, he had importuned me with love, in honorable fashion. Fashion you may call it, go to, and had given countenance to his speech, my lord, with almost all the holy vows of heaven. Springs to catch woodcocks I do know, when the blood burns. How prodigal the soul lends the tongue vows. Displays daughter, giving more light than heat, extenuate in both, even in their promise at it is a making. You must not take for fire from this time. Be something scanter of your maiden presence. Set your entreatments at a higher rate than a command to parley for Lord Hamlet. Believe so much in him that he is young, and with a larger theatre may he walk, than may be given you in few Ophelia. Do not believe his foes, for they are brokers, not of the die, which their investments show, but mere implorators of unholy suits, breeding like sanctificate and pious bonds, the better to beguile This is for all. I would not in plain Tom, from this time forth have you so slender any moment leisure, as to give words of talk with the Lord Hamlet. Look to it, I charge you. Come your ways. Ophelia, I shall obey my lord. Excellent.